Most homes fight their environment. Wind hits a flat wall, pressure builds, materials take the stress. Corners crack first, roof lines lift, maintenance begins. Now imagine a home with no corners to attack, no edges to weaken, just one continuous shape that lets everything move around it. That's the Rondeval Barndominium. And in 2026, it might quietly be one of the smartest builds nobody is talking about. At first glance, it looks different, almost too different, like something experimental, something risky. But the truth is, it's the opposite. This shape exists because it solves problems most houses still struggle with. And when you combine that with modern barndominium construction, you don't just get a unique home, you get a different cost structure entirely. A Rondeval barndominium isn't just a round house, it's a steel-framed structure designed in a circular footprint. Metal exterior, open interior, continuous roofline wrapping the entire structure, no long exterior walls, no hard corners. Everything flows in a loop. Inside, the layout usually centers around a main living core, with bedrooms, bathrooms, and utility spaces arranged along the outer curve. It feels different the moment you step inside, less boxed in, more fluid. Most people assume the shape is just for aesthetics, that it's about standing out, but that's not why it works. It works because of what it removes. No corners means less structural stress, less material waste, less exterior surface exposure. And that changes the math before you even start building. Let's talk real numbers. A standard 3,000 square foot barndominium with a traditional rectangular layout, you're typically looking at $140 to $180 per square foot turnkey in 2026. That puts you somewhere between $420,000 and $540,000. Now compare that to a Rondeval. Because of its geometry and material efficiency, builds often land closer to $110 to $135 per square foot. That same 3,000 square feet now sits around $330,000 to $405,000. That's not a small gap. That's a structural advantage showing up in your budget. Why the cost drops? The savings don't come from cheaper materials. They come from needing less of them. A circle encloses more space with less perimeter than a rectangle. That means less exterior wall, less roofing material, less foundation edge, and those are some of the most expensive parts of any build. Then there's labor. Framing a rectangle is straightforward, but finishing a rectangle comes with complications: corners, joints, transitions, wasted cuts. A circular structure simplifies some of that. Fewer stress points, cleaner load distribution, and over the course of a full build, that efficiency compounds. Now here's where things shift from numbers to feeling, because cost doesn't sell a home, experience does. A Rondevelle interior feels different. There's no end to the space, no dead corners. The eye moves continuously, and that creates a subtle psychological effect. The home feels larger than it is. Natural light also behaves differently. Windows placed along the curve allow light to move across the space throughout the day. Instead of hitting flat walls and stopping, it travels. That makes even a modest interior feel dynamic. But it's not perfect. A circular layout forces decisions. You can't just drop in standard rectangular rooms everywhere. Furniture placement takes thought. Kitchen layouts need planning. Storage has to follow the curve. This is where some builds fail. They try to force a rectangular mindset into a circular structure. That doesn't work. The design has to respect the shape. When it does, the result feels intentional. When it doesn't, it feels awkward. There's another reason this design works, especially in rural builds: wind. A rectangular house takes direct impact. Flat wall meets force. A circular structure lets wind move around it. It reduces pressure points, reduces long-term wear, and in some regions, that can translate into lower maintenance over time. Not because the materials are better, because the shape is smarter.
Time is another hidden factor. A standard barndominium build can take 8 to 12 months depending on complexity. Rondeval builds often move faster once the foundation is set. The shell goes up quickly. The structure is continuous. There are fewer transitions to manage. Interior work still takes time, but the overall process tends to be more streamlined, and every month saved is money saved. Interest, labor, delays, it all adds up. So why isn't everyone building this way? Because efficiency comes with a trade-off: customization. Rectangular homes are easy to modify, easy to extend, easy to resell because they're familiar. A Rondeval is more specific. It attracts a certain type of buyer, someone who values design efficiency over tradition, someone willing to think differently about space. That smaller buyer pool can affect resale, not negatively, but differently. This design works best in specific situations: rural land, open space, fewer zoning restrictions, areas where barndominiums are already accepted. It also works for people who want lower long-term maintenance, want energy efficiency, want something unique but practical. It's not about showing off, it's about building smarter. Here's where most people get it wrong. They see the cost savings and assume the design will figure itself out. It won't. A Rondeval requires intentional planning. You need to design around the curve, not against it. That means custom cabinetry, thoughtful room placement, clean circulation paths. Skip that, and the home loses its advantage. There's one more benefit people don't talk about: presence. A Rondeval stands out without trying too hard. It doesn't look oversized. It doesn't rely on decorations. It just looks complete, balanced. And that gives it a quiet architectural strength most standard builds don't have. The Rondeval barndominium isn't for everyone. It requires a different mindset, a willingness to step away from what feels familiar. But if you understand how it works and you build it the right way, you're not just saving money. You're building a home that uses less to do more. Less material, less stress, less wasted space, more efficiency, more flow, more intention. In a time where building costs keep rising and most people are looking for ways to do more with less, this might be one of the few designs that actually delivers on that promise. Not because it's trendy, but because it's fundamentally efficient. If you think differently about the structure starts working for you. If this gave you a new perspective, subscribe to Prefab Pathfinders. We break down real housing options with real numbers. And if this design surprised you, let me know. Would you live in a circular home?